7_D. Yeah, I'm just making this little quick video. I want to say that I had noticed, I look at other people's stuff and see what they're talking about. There's a lot of our brothers and sisters now waking up, trying to understand who we really are in our true history. But there's still these detractors, or these deflectors, which should be noted, who want to deny that clown from the Amara squad with Garfield got up there and made such an asinine statement in trying to tell us who we are, won't be respectful of how we want to identify ourselves and want to force to say that we're Africans. There are various different types of black people globally who are aboriginal to their different land. He was talking about how the name Jamaica came from the Arawak, the Taino Indians, whatever. But yet, that Negro not knowing that those people were black. But he didn't try to deny that the name of America's true origins come from black people. He tried to say they come from America, but spiritually it didn't. He took upon that name. His name was something else, and I forget it right off my head, but I have it written down. He had another name, but he took upon that name that was already here. But he said, you can't say that. You can't say that. I listen to this guy like, oh my God. Now he's going to sit to tell us about our history. And this clown don't know what the hell he's talking about. But he's been doing this for the longest, man. Trying to tell us who we are, and then making jabs at very different Aboriginal black Americans. He made a little slick comment about Tariq Nasheed. I know he's made comments about Dan Calloway. This idiot, man, he has no business speaking on our history. He wants to be a slave from Africa so bad. And I'm not saying that we don't have no ties there, but we are aboriginal to this land. But it hurts some of these Negroes who want to continue to capitalize and exploit our names, image, and likeness. You want to differentiate yourself, but then you want to align yourself when you feel that it benefits you to us. And this clown, he has this interest of trying to make us to be, quote, African American. We're not African American. We are aboriginal to this land. I'm glad now more and more brothers and sisters are starting to stand up and question these establishment Negroes who continue to push that damn agenda about who we really are. Majority of our people were already here. And I've said this over and over and over again, but I'm sounding redundant. Majority of our people were already here. Majority of our people did not come from an African slave ship off a boat. We were already here. But what bothers a lot of brothers and sisters is that many of them want to continue to be embraced by their so-called white liberal friends, or interact with their liberal friends who are nothing but racist bastards. We've already been here. We are aboriginal to this land. We're not foreign to this land. Now these clowns won't call us immigrants to this land. We're not immigrants to America. We are aboriginal to America. You got to continue to push back. You need to question some of these Negroes who want to just talk about breeding farms, and that's why you have so many black people. That's a damn lie. All right, these bastards use so many different deflecting points to downplay the black population here, the black pyramid builders here, the black so-called mound builders here, and many different great archaeological structures that were here. You got bastards who go out and want to downplay this. Remember I mentioned how these different river channels were used to basically sail around the, what we call North and South America, where they use the different river channels. They use different type of boats to sail. I said the Missouri River, the Colorado River. They sailed all over. They use these very different river streams. But see, these Negroes don't believe our people had the intellectual fortitude to do done that. So the only way we got over here is for some white man to bring us on a boat. That's how sick a lot of these Negroes are. But they have been miseducated, heavily miseducated. I laughed when I seen them Negroes was it Harvard? Harvard. Did that little goofy ass boat scene when they was lying on the boat and people were packed up like sardines. That didn't happen. That's fake. That's fiction. That was created by some white, probably abolitionists, trying to talk about how slaves probably got over here. That's not true. That image that you see, that was a fake image that was made, quote, after slavery. But yet, we're continuing to be pushed with these fake ass images, man. These lies. Then you have these people who have already a pale hue, and I mentioned this before, claiming to be, quote, Native American. Well, there's a lot of people native to this country, but they're not Aboriginal, claim to be the first people. You look at the way they dance, it has no rhythm. They don't have no delicacies and no cuisines, where the fact is that they have fancy restaurants that people around the world want to come and go to. And these people get to jumping around, and then they, like areas like Peru, where the heat index gets so hot that it's genetically impossible for pale-skinned people to run around with light clothing to be indigenous to that land. But this is modern day, with the stroke of a pen, a reconstruction of someone else's history, but erasing them out of the history and putting someone else in our place. Brothers and sisters, you got to start using common sense when you're doing this studying, man. This information is in your face, but you got to start doing common sense. And don't listen to these Negroes who holler that mess. We're descendants of African slaves, 1619. That stuff is garbage, dude. Don't listen to these Negroes, man. Negroes who continue to tell you that have not done any damn research. And then with all my collection of different books, magazines, journals, is that I was able to piece together our true history, and I knew that a lot of these people have been lying. I knew they've been lying. But you have to really be a forward thinker and think outside of the box, because you're not taught or trained to think outside of the box. You're taught to take what these white folks tell you as face value. They cannot be trusted. Straight up, they cannot be trusted. They've done and said so many devilish things, man, where they cannot be trusted. Point blank. They cannot be trusted and they should not be trusted. But unfortunately, many of these Negroes want to trust them. They're afraid to think on their own, because they're going to have to realize that the fact is that they have to do things on their own. So they got to latch themselves up like a little baby to white mommy and daddy. I'll tell you how these Negroes get down. They are very ignorant. So you cannot listen to these Negroes, man. And they just continue to deflect this, man. Well, we just came over here as slaves, so we didn't have the intelligence to come over here. Well, the Olmecs, they look like they're a mixture of modern-day Mexican. Get the hell up out of here, man. You look at them damn big-ass heads, you can tell those are a bunch of Negroes who ruled that damn land. Those are kings, leaders in that area. Not no damn African slaves. Or the fact, modern-day mestizos who are mixed. Those are pure-blooded Negroes, period. Hell, Stevie Wonder can see that. When Ray Charles is alive, I would say the same damn thing. He can see it. The sickness that many of our people have to try to deny the truth that's in front of them, man, tells you we have been heavily conditioned to hate what we see in the mirror every day. And to believe what these white folks have told you, man. That's the problem. You gotta stop trying to want to seek approval from them. These people do not like you. And they're never going to like you. They're not going to change. But you're not going to change them. All this bring the races together, man, please. Just get your own self together. And about Pan-Africanism, man, work with individuals who are willing to work with you, not with individuals who look down on you, who want to exploit your culture and everything good about your culture. Oh, it's African. Wow. Then turn around and say you have no culture. But yeah, your culture is loved and revered around the damn planet. But you have no culture. And yet, everything you come over here, when you come over here, you benefit off of the bloodshed of Aboriginal blacks here in America. And then you will sit there and call us Akata and say that we are African, which we're telling you we're not. And you don't even respect that, man. That's an enemy right there. An enemy that has melanin in their damn skin. So just taking someone, quote, they are brother because they have dark skin, that's a damn lie, and that's a joke, and it's stupid if you were to do that. Excuse me, brother and sister. So I'm letting you know that. Stop allowing others to intervene in our conversation. Period. They should have no voice. No voice. I mean, you can see how these people get down. Any so-called black man or woman, but particularly man who has money, they're going to go after them. Even if some of them may not be totally clean. But the simple fact is that they'll use a few white sacrifices, but their main emphasis is to go after the black person with money, because they don't want to transition that legacy, pass on that financial legacy. These people are the damn enemy, man. That's why I'm not saying nothing about a lot of these certain black celebrities who are being put under the knife, because, yeah, a lot of them are coons, but a lot of them are being tagged because these white folks can't stand that they successfully made money. And these white folks want to bring them down because they can't stand that nigga has done more than them. So I'm not going to go there in that aspect. But I want you, brothers and sisters, to be careful who you consider your brother and sister, and be careful when you're around these other groups of people because they don't like you. Even though they're basically nothing but a conglomeration of various different mixture of black and white, these people are not your brothers and sisters, period. Many of us don't want to hear that, but that's the truth. You have no friends. Start looking out for yourself and your family and your people who have like interest. You get these Negroes who continue to try to push that Pan-Africanism, but they're not doing a damn thing for our people collectively here in America. I consider them a damn joke. If you do not look out for home base first, how the hell you gonna expect to help someone else? But a lot of these Negroes have romanticized so-called Africa because they have this deep inner hatred of truly being an Aboriginal American and don't want to learn the true history. So they want to dump on that because they have this anger towards white folks. But these white folks don't want you to know your true history, because if you knew your true history, then they know it's over for them. They know it's over. They grips on your minds, the control of telling you who you are, or even educating your children. They know it's over. They know it's over. So I want you, brothers and sisters, continue to wake up to learn who you really are. To learn who you are. Do not allow outsiders, even outsiders with melanin skin, telling you who you are. It's like I said, there's some of my people who just don't want to hear the truth. Screw them. Don't waste your time. Let them be. Let them continue to basically seep out in outer space, lost in space of ignorance. Let them continue to be lost with ignorance. Because that's what they are. Do not waste your time on these Negroes. Do not waste your time on these Negras. Do not do that. They continue to want to stay in neutral or go backwards. Their main goal is to get that pat in their head and those biscuits from white folks. If they get them a light supply of Church's chicken, that make them Negroes happy. I'm telling you, these Negroes have sold us out, man. Stop listening to any Negro, I said this over and over again, who will continue to tell you that most of our people come from West Africa, from a slave ship, is a coon, is a sellout, is a traitor, is an enemy to our people. They are a coon. There's too much information out here. I say this over and over again in my videos. Any Negro who's telling you today that majority of your people come from Africa, from a slave ship, and they talk that DNA stuff, they are a coon. They're a sellout. They're a traitor. They're an enemy. They are a coon, period. They cannot be trusted, and they should not be trusted, period. All right, brothers and sisters, this is Brother G World, 7_D. Continue, let's move ahead and really identify who we truly are. Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love.